Hey! Make sure you get off mute.
Am I muted right? No, I'm not
No, you're
muted.
not.
We're good.
No, we're good.
Okay. So anyway, to wrap up, all right, I think we've made this section super long because I think we've put in like 40 or 50 minutes into this section. So I think that we're going to just kind of wrap it up. Um, and if I think we'll just call that the end of the last section and we'll go on to the last section here. Um, to just kind of put a some sort of punctuation on the end of it. Italian nationals probably the most creative. German nationals were really bulky. American nationals were pretty hype just because I think Americans in their American national championships, we just had a lot of production value involved. Uh, Pokemon dumped a ton of money into the U.S. nationals, and I think that was awesome. Um, and then Japanese nationals was possibly the least exciting thing that I've ever seen in my life, and I'm really disappointed in that. But going toward Worlds, I do expect to see a little bit more creativity moving forward. I will say that we are now almost stable with our internet connection. As I say that, it dips back down in the red. But I think going toward Worlds, we're going to see a little bit more creativity. Oh, nope. Dropping frames again. Never mind. I take it all back about my internet connection being better. Um, anyway, as far as Worlds is concerned, I think there's room for creativity. Um, and I think before we get to any viewer call-ins, oh my god, I broke Skype again. No, Skype, put me back. Put me back. Oh, there we go. Um, oh man, this has been an amazing day. All right, so let's see. 816, sweet. We got one caller that we're gonna add in. So again, if somebody wants to call in, exclamation point call in. Am I gonna be streaming Worlds on my channel? I don't know. Possibly. Oh my god. There we go. Nightbot, thank you. So Will, I think it's time that you and I just off the cuff kind of think about Pokemon that we would like to see at Worlds. Teams that we'd like to see at Worlds, strategies we'd like to see at Worlds, stuff like that. What sort what sort of thing would you like to see? How would you like to see the meta as it's shifting? How would you like to see things happen at Worlds?
I feel like it's going to shift like it does every season. Like it's going
Mm-hmm.
to World is going to be fat. We all know it's going to be fat, and we're going to see. Unfortunately, like I know 90% of people hate it, but Ferrothorn is going to make a huge comeback.
That's what
And
you're
I say
thinking?
that, and I say that with a big smile because I hate rain. I hate rain with a passion. And Ferrothorn is like the ultimate rain killer.
Yeah.
Like it shuts rain down completely. All right. Oh, you got a Ludicolo? Guess what? I got a Gyro Ball. Oh, you got a Poliwhirl or a Politoad?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? I got a Power Whip. I got Leech Seed. Oh, you got a bulky water type? We're gonna sit here together. Oh, you burnt me? That's cute. We're just gonna sit right here all day long. And that's what it's gonna come down to. Like, oh, you got King with Power Up Punch? Take this Rocky Helmet and the Iron Barbs. And
Oh,
like so long
Ferrothorn's
as
good.
those dudes play like smart,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get rid of like, your Heat Ran and your Char Y. And after that, what's hitting it?
Yeah.
Like in the current meta, what's actually hitting it? Unless somebody's like cheeky enough to start bringing like Ninetales in where they could actually like, do damage and like hit things hard and fast.
Yeah.
Which I mean harder and faster than Charizard.
Yeah.
And especially heaven forbid if somebody brings like a setup not nasty tails, the nasty tails.
The
No,
nasty tails, the
like a setup
nastiest of
nine tail.
tails.
Like, what's doing anything to it? Or even imagine like
Where
Scarf like
was
one.
where was it that had the physical nine tails? Was that St. Louis this year?
I have no idea, but
I
that
don't
does
remember.
damage with a Flare Blitz and the Sun Up.
God, I remember there was a physical nine tails somewhere. I think it was St. Louis because I want to say that it was in the spring that somebody brought out a physical nine tails. Um, but yeah, all right, Pharaoh, Pharaoh with And you think about it, like Pharaoh in the sand. Pharaoh doesn't take any extra damage from the sand.
Mm-mm.
Um,
And it gets a boost, doesn't it? It doesn't get a boost in sand. Cause I was, or they just
it's just the
grind a
rocks.
rock. Oh, okay.
Just the rocks.
Well, doesn't fire doesn't hurt as much either way.
Right.
Not like sun. And
So
Ferrothorn's one of those Pokemon that it's time for it's effective, but it's a very fat mon, and
mhm,
that base attack is nothing to sneeze at either.
yeah.
Because I
I
think
mean,
base 100 is kind of disgusting.
like there are very few Pokemon that are going to use a special fighting move. So anybody that wants to hit it with a physical, like with a fighting move, is going to do physical damage. So you're taking Iron Barbs, Rocky Helmet damage, one well, or both. I doubt somebody's going to bring Anticipation Ferrothorn. That'd be pretty funny though. And then you have to watch out for fire. But as you've already said, if you've got him with rain, you're shutting down fire. You're shutting down a whole lot of stuff that's gonna, I don't know. Ferrothorn, I like it. For me, one of the things that I was looking through while kind of prepping myself for this podcast, one of the things I was looking for was some sort of trend in the selection of Pokemon. One thing that I found out is that when you start looking around the 110 area in HP and then about down to the 90, you start looking into some of the Pokemon that people have gravitated toward or would probably gravitate toward. So you think about like Excadrill in the sand, really powerful. Reuniclus has been powerful in the past. Scarf Chomp has been a known threat. Battle Hippo, absolutely. And so going through, let's see, Kangaskhan, we already know. Conkeldurr, really powerful Pokemon. Now, that's one of those things that I think is kind of interesting, is that there's this polar centralization around this 100 HP range, where you see a lot of Pokemon in that 100 base hit point range that people kind of use. Now, that's totally off topic with what I really want to discuss, because the Pokemon that I want to discuss isn't even in that range at all when you start looking through it. The Pokemon that I want to discuss today, let me find an Intimidator. So looking through Intimidate, Intimidate has almost always been a really popular ability, and so when you look through it, you've got the Arbok chain, the Arcanine, you've got Gyarados, Granbull, Hitmontop, Stantler, Mightyena,
Masquerain.
Masquerain, Mawile, Mega Man, Salamence, Raptor, Luxray, Stoutland, Crocodile, Lando, Scrafty. Quillfish I'm not even going to mention because there's literally nobody that would be dumb enough to use it. So I have used with moderate success Stoutland. Stoutland with Jolly and a Choice Scarf outspeeds Landorus, and with Ice Fang can, even with -1, do about 90%. So it does pretty well. I know that you've played with Crocodile a little bit.
Crocodile is disgusting. I took that with me to Boston. No, last time I was in Massachusetts,
Yeah.
and that did some serious damage.
I don't think that Luxray is really going to make any sort of surge anywhere. I've seen a couple Staraptor on ladder. Mega Salamence and Mega Man, I think, well, Mega Mawile, Mega Man, and Mega Mence. I think all three of those are viable. I don't know if I'm going to see a huge surge in Arcanine. Gyarados, I think we all kind of understand, is popular or powerful. But the one that I really want to see,
Oh,
the
God.
one I really want to see.
Can I say it? Can I say it? I already know it.
Go for it. Go for it.
Tauros.
I do. I want to see Tauros in. And so looking at its stats, the big thing that you'll notice, and I'll bring up another Pokemon here. So we've got Arcanine. Let's get that over. And then you've got Tauros. Super cool. So let's just scroll straight down to all the stats. And Arcanine. So Arcanine on top, and we'll put Tauros down on the bottom. Make sure that I've got them. I don't have them all on screen. No.
Attaboy.
All right. I'll get this. Bear with me.
It's cool, Avo. It's cool.
It's not like I've ever streamed before or nothing. All right. I think I got it. There we go. Now I got them both. So Tauros up top, Arcanine down on the bottom. Arcanine hits about that nearly 100 base HP, which seems to be the sweet spot for competitive Pokemon. And then the thing that Tauros has that kind of makes up for that, the fact that his is at 75, is that he's got a higher defense and he's got not an okay special defense. It's not okay. But it's just not.
It's nowhere near good. The gust of wind hits it.
Yeah.
Game over.
If
Game over.
somebody literally uses gust, it might just get KO'd. But when you start looking at the attack stats, it's a little bit lower than Arcanine, but not by a whole heck of a lot. And the nice thing about Tauros is that it is faster. 110 base speed is nothing to really cry about. It's nothing amazing because we've got Pokemon in the 130s and 140s. But 110 base speed is in the Gengar range, right? That is Gengar fast. And when you're running it Jolly with a Choice Band, I really think that you can get a lot of damage in. And again, I'm using Arcanine as a good example because there are people that have used Arcanine with pretty good success. I've used Arcanine with pretty good success. I'm not upset about it. But when you start looking through the moves that he can get, Zen Headbutt can be pretty reasonable. Iron Head is pretty reasonable. I'm pretty happy with Iron Head. That's one of the moves that I use. You could put Icy Wind, which would have essentially the same utility that Snarl did on Arcanine, where you just put Snarl in to do a little bit of reduction. And in this case, instead of special attack reduction, you're getting, speed control. So you could do that. I wouldn't suggest it. And then I'm a little disappointed that Body Slam isn't a thing that you can get. But you get Rock Slide, which is something that Arcanine doesn't have, any spread moves. I think you still get Earthquake. Yes, Earthquake, Return, which is 102 base with Stab, which is pretty decent. Man, what am I even... I'm going to look it up real quick, because I don't remember exactly the moveset that I'm running on the one that I've got built up now. But I'm running Frustration, because I can. Wild Charge, which is another thing that you get on Arcanine. Iron Head and Rock Slide. I'm running it Banded. I'm running it Jolly. So I think that there's a chance that somebody might be able to run a Tauros competitively. I think it's pretty viable. I don't know if anybody at Worlds is going to do it, but that's one of the things that I'd like to see. I'd like to see a Tauros. Yeah, Will, you look a little frustrated. You don't like the Tauros. You don't like Tauros?
And you talk smack about Superior.
I do.
You talk smack about Virizion.
I do. Grass is just not a good defensive typing.
Wait for it. I'm not done yet. I'm not done. You talk smack about Lando. You talk smack about anything I like that has that's viable and that works. And you're like, hey, I know I could run a Tauros, but instead of running something cool like Sheer Point or Sheer Force or whatever the hell it's called,
Sheer Force or Anger Point.
Anger Point, there we go.
Yeah, but then you have to get hit by a crit for that.
Okay, and what's that move that Walren learns? That's like Frost Breath or whatever. That's a crit every time. That's
then you're running.
Or you could run it with a crappy physical mod that has no special attack whatsoever, i.e. a Weavile or something, and hit it with that, and then, bam, you have
max attack,
Tauros, and yeah. I get you're scraping everywhere for an Intimidator, but it's a terrible idea, bro. It's really bad. Like
But
so
it's got the
bad.
move pool of an Intimidator. It's got the Earthquake. It's got the
It's
Rock
got a
Slide.
blue pool. It hits stuff.
Yeah.
But if you get hit with a Gengar Icy Wind, it's game over. Because that's so powerful. It's like a base 30 attack hitting me, and I get taken down to like 2% left, or I get hit with like an ice beam from
You could run an Assault Vest. Give it a little bit of bulk. I mean, that's dumb, but you could. All right, fine. What is the next Pokemon that you would like to see or think we will see a resurgence in for Worlds? And don't say weather. Dear God, I know that we're going to see weather. We're going to see Politoed and Tyranitar and Charizard. Why?
Maybe a Battle Hippo.
We're not going to see Battle Hippo. That's not going to happen. I think we can cross Battle Hippo like in the top 16. Because Worlds is top 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're not going to see Battle Hippo in the top 16. I just don't see that.
4 Hydreigons in the top 16, which falls off the map around nationals every year.
Ugh.
And Hydreigon is another one of those that it's just a complete and total mind, like, fuck. And
I struggle so much with Hydreigon.
You don't know if it's Scarfed or it's Specs, or is it Timid Specs, is it Timid Scarf, is it Modest Scarf, is it Modest Specs?
The thing for me with Hydreigon is that I'm always disappointed with something with Hydreigon. Because when you look at Hydreigon, let me pull it up on stream for you. When you look at Hydreigon, right, he looks scary, he looks impressive, he's got Levitate, which is super cool, he's a Dark Dragon, which sucks right now, and then you're looking at, like, the special attack, 125. That's good, but not great. Especially when you consider the fact that his stabs are Dragon, which is only super effective against other dragons, and Dark, which is super effective against Ghost? Okay, great. What else useful is Dark really good against?
Psychic.
I said useful.
Psychic types are real, though.
Yeah. How many Psychic types are really running around?
We're going to see Latios and Latios.
You really... All right, so that's your prediction. You think that we're going to see the Latios?
I think we're going to see Latios.
Okay.
I think dragons are going to be back in full force. There's no, we're going to see a couple Garchomps. We're going to see, we're not going to see a Dragonite by all means.
Oh my God. There was actually somebody in a fairly high level. I think this was at Kansas City. I think it was KC Regionals. I think KC Regionals had a Dragonite.
I thought it was Madison.
Was it Madison? I don't even remember. But I just remember freaking out about...
Yeah, it had that and the bug, the speed boost bug. Oh my God, I can't remember his name. Yanmega.
Oh yeah, Yanmega. Oh my God. But Yanmega is actually kind of cool. See, this is where I'm so mad that some of these regionals took all the creativity and then they just wasted it. Like, okay, we're going to have some super creative stuff on stream for a regional, and the nationals is going to be super standard sets that nobody cares about.
Well, because you play to win and, those things. You know what I mean? Like, the regionals is, those are some dudes that, aren't going to do shit, honestly. They're not. A lot of dudes in the regionals are like, hey, we're here to have fun, and if I do successful, I'm cool. If I get points, that's great.
You mean Avos running an Umbreon-based team and taking out Steven Morioka?
Mm-hmm.
To Steven Morioka, I'm sorry. I was mean. And I still haven't uploaded any of my videos from Kansas City Regionals, so,
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. I don't know. Latios.
We did see some creative stuff in national. We did see that the Gengar Lopunny team, which I thought was creative.
And I want to get back to this Latios.
All right, go ahead.
You made this prediction that you think that we're going to see some Lotties. How do you think they're going to run?
It's not going to be Mega. I know earlier on in the season there was success in PCs
Mm-hmm.
with a lot of Latios. Like I don't think we're going to see Latias at all, but
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to see a lot of Latios because it's fast. You can choice scarf it, and especially because it mollywop people in freaking seniors nationals, and because those kids are actually good. Like why not take inspiration from like
Yeah.
the quote unquote lower level players?
Total. There we go. Sorry, I'm sorting things by total base stat. Because one of the things that I was looking at again, just in prep, was the fact that when you start looking at total base stats,
Mhm.
outside of things that aren't legal in competition, so you've got the Mewtwo's at 780, you've got Mega Ray Ray, Primo Kyogre, and Groudon at the high sevens, and then you've got Arceus at 720. The highest base stat totals that you can viably use in VGC competition: Tyranitar, Latios, Garchomp, Mence, Metagross, all at 700.
Mhm.
So it it blows my mind that you've got. I mean, granted that's Mega Latios and Mega Latias,
And all of them were megas pretty much.
but it just boggles my mind that we haven't seen those even with that massive base stat as often as we maybe should.
Well, the thing is because Bisharp is a thing for all
Yeah.
the above. Like
Yeah.
literally, Bisharp wipes them all off the map. That's all I got to say about that. Like
Yeah.
Bisharp literally wipes them all off. One sucker punch KOs all of them.
Yeah. No, and I totally agree with that. So, if you think that they're going to potentially bring back some of the like if they're going to bring back the Lotties, if they're going to try and use them, how would you support the Latios to prevent against a Bisharp?
Heat ran.
Heat ran.
Heat ran. Do anything more? Heat ran. Like seriously, because at that point you have a heat ran, and then
Yeah.
okay, then what are they gonna do? If they better have EQ support at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and at that point you're automatically switching your freaking Bisharp out because you want to have to EQ it because
Mhm.
like not sucker punch
Heat wave.
Heat Wave's going to kill that and mess up the Lando.
Mhm.
And if you're going to EQ, you're going to protect, and then you got time like to do stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or you could even be that jerk that runs the Dragon Dancing Latios and just play around him.
That would be actually really funny to have a Latios with DD. Because, I mean, the physical attack, 130, is not bad. It
None of
really
seems that
isn't.
at all. And it has a halfway decent move pool.
Right. Surf.
Like
Well, I guess that's Mega Latios.
Latios.
Mega
Hold on,
Latios.
let me
With
look at
130, it's
Latios.
90 normally.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but I'm
stream.
saying like,
Scroll down too far.
all right, even if it's the 90 base attack, you put in. Oh, it's 130 with Mega. So let's say somebody does like the Mega.
Mm-hmm.
You do have DD, you do have Zen Headbutt, so that's two
Right.
moves right there. I'm not saying use Dragon Claw. I don't think that's even he learned that to be honest with you. Oh, he can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like you still get Earthquake, you still get like things that hit. You get
Yeah.
Steel Wing for God's sake. Yeah, I mean like I get it. It's like people are like, oh, that's not viable. Will, you're dumb. Stop being dumb. Why are you so dumb, Will? But the thing is, like, go to Nugget Bridge right now. Look at a lot of the dudes that are like have like running Talonflames.
Yep.
They have Steel Wing with Choice Band. They like Talonflame is also going to make a comeback too. Unfortunately, that annoying thing.
-gl.com. I want to look something up real quick. I'm going to go to PGL, and I want to look up... Okay, that's fine. I was logged out. Nifty neato. Just log me back in, PGL. I don't care. So what I want to do is I want to look up and see if there's anybody... I mean, there's probably not many people at the higher the higher level using a whole lot of Latios in doubles. But let's see. Let's go to the KL.
Well, outside of like Cybertron right now because he's using the seniors national championship team.
Yeah. What? I didn't know I had a phone in here. I don't know why I have a phone in here.
It's crazy.
Weird. Um, so let's see. Nature, most running timid or modest. Held item, scarf, life orb, specs. Um, I mean, Latiosite is 3.4%. That's number 5 below Focus Sash.
Hmm.
That's, I mean, that's pretty crazy. But I mean, Draco Meteor, Psychic, Ice Beam, Psyshock, and Protect are some of the top moves. So I don't know.
Like I got a feeling we could see like Bisharp completely like just not being there. Like I
Yeah.
feel like everybody's gonna be like, oh, well, there's gonna be a Bisharp here, and we
Right.
can counter it, or everybody's gonna have a Bisharp. Like that's one of those things that can go either way. Like we know we're gonna see a crap ton of Kangs because
Hmm.
people either love it or hate it completely.
Yeah.
And there's people like me that can't use a Mega Kang. I can't use a Mega Kang or a Salamence to save my
Yeah.
life, and I can run a Charizard X. I can't run those two. Like to me, it's weird, but I kind of get it. Like everybody has their own play style. So and especially because we're going to be seeing like bizarre like Pokemon coming from especially like Australia
Yeah.
because they run the most cheeky crap.
Yeah. No,
Like hold
and
on,
Australians really do. If you play Australians on Battle Spot, just watch out. There's going to be some sort of random move that you didn't even realize that a Pokemon got, unless you were playing like Gen 3 and it was popular in the meta back then. And they're just bringing back old metas. They're doing weird stuff. But I think part of that is just that Australia's small comparatively to other countries, so they get the opportunity to do weird stuff. Um, and I'm looking at Talonflame here real quick. Talonflame right now, uh, mostly Adamant, and held item mostly Life Orb. There's not a whole lot of bans out there, which doesn't surprise me. Skyplate and Sharp Beak are number 3 and 4, totaling about
um, I,
17%.
I just posted something in our chat.
Okay,
Uh, click on it. This is Boom Guy, the number 2 player in
I'm gonna
Australia.
mess
He
everything
posted.
up here.
Oh, I did. I am. But just like he has his teams kind of set up like how Pokemon has it.
Uh huh.
He has one, two, three teams posted on there.
Okay.
The first two are incredibly ugly and stupid, but I find them amazing.
Nidoking. Nidoking's pretty impressive. Speaking of Nidoking, Nidoqueen was in the seniors
Hmm.
seniors national championship for the U.S. I know that Cybertron was using that team recently. I mean, is that something that we could see a resurgence in? Something like the Sheer Force Life Orb that we see with Nidoking. One of the things that I would like to see, I'm gonna find it real quick. We're gonna sort by Pokédex number, and we're gonna go to 151 and Feraligatr. I want to see Feraligatr used at Worlds. I would love it. Um, I think Dragon Dance is a really good setup. Um, I think personally, Jolly is the way to go because if you're going to go with Dragon Dance, then you're going to get your attack boost and you're going to get your speed boost. And I think that if you're going to get your speed boost, you should probably have enough speed left over that, I mean, you're going to outspeed most everything in the game.
Hmm.
Uh, but the big thing here, I think, is that you need to have enough speed to outspeed most of the metagame, if not basically the entire non-scarfed metagame. But then you can put the rest of it into HP so you can still have some bulk. Because Feraligatr feels really frail. And that's partially because of his typing. There's a lot of counters to bulky water types out there. So you've
But
got
he's
the
not even a
Rotoms.
bulky water type though.
He's not, and that's what I'm saying, is that he's not a bulky water type, and because there's so many counters to the bulky water types out there, that he's a little struggling right now. But
Like in UU, he's a monster. In OU, he's like a niche Pokemon.
yeah,
So like, if that says anything, like speaking from like the other type of game that I used to play.
I just think that Waterfall and Crunch with Dragon Dance and Protect, throw a Life Orb on it, make it jolly. Let me check and see what my spread on mine is. I've got 140 in speed, 116 into HP, and 252 in attack on a Jolly Life Orb Sheer Force for Alligator. And I mean, the thing does so much damage, and I don't need the spread moves because if you're going for a Rock Slide, that's cool. But I mean, your biggest worries there are, I mean,
Amoongus,
Amoongus can be
Venusaur.
an issue, although Crunch does a decent chunk of damage. Venusaur, I haven't run into a whole lot, but I think on Showdown I'm still around the 1300 range, 13, 14. I don't know. I haven't played enough with it to get up higher than that. But other than that, I mean, you've got like Rotom, which if you've got some support to deal with Rotom, you don't have to worry about it as much. But that Sheer Force Life Orb is
And then
insane.
Sylveon.
I mean, to a point, yeah. But the Life
I mean,
Orb
I
is
get it.
so
You can
good.
hit it hard, but I'm pretty sure that's going to take you down a lot, if not kill it.
Yeah. No, you'd basically have to Waterfall Sylveon, essentially right off the bat.
Yeah.
Just try and deal with that. But it is one of those things that I would absolutely love to see. Choice Specs Hyper Beam Porygon Z. That's so much. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I saw that. Alex Glover ran that. That was awesome. It was hilarious too. Oh yeah, but that's it. The link I sent you. Dude has a Ludicolo, own tempo,
Yep.
an offensive Audino.
Yep. Hyper Beam, Draining Kiss, Calm Mind, Fire Blast.
Steel Wing, Talonflame. I'm just saying, and then like you scroll down a little bit more. Freaking, this man ran a Aurorus, Earth Power, Blizzard, Freeze Dry, Ancient Power, holding an Assault Vest, a Scrafty knockoff Fake Out Quick Guard, which you don't see too much of that,
Yeah.
and Drain Punch, Intimidate, Lumberry, fine. Volt Switch, Grass Knot, Hidden Power Ice, Thunderbolt for Thunderous, standard.
Yeah.
A Fiery Dance, Bug Buzz Protect, Rage Powder, Rocky Helmet, Volcarona.
Now, I do want to backpedal this for a second and say that he did go 20 and 10, but the point of this showing these off is the fact that we're proving a point that Australians are kind of batty.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a really good example of Australians just putting a lot of creativity into things, as they tend to do.
And then, of course, like his nationals team is very standard. It's Kangaskhan, nothing like outrageous.
Yeah.
Breloom, nothing outrageous.
I
Suicune.
love that he's like, oh, the completed team. So the way that he's got it set up is basically, here's how I built a team. And normally when you've got a team like that, where you're like, oh, I've got Talonflame, Ludicolo, Audino, Bisharp, Terrakion, and Nidoking. You swap out a couple Pokemon, keep the rest of them in there, and then you should be able to scroll down to Team 2 and see that there's something in there that works the same way.
Nope, they just shook everything the hell up. They're like, this wasn't the best, so I'm just gonna go ahead and change it.
So my second draft was pretty crazy, and I didn't like it that much. And the completed team just went super standard, which I love that. I love that he's got it listed the way that he does. And honestly, I mean, the Breloom in there, I do think that we're starting to see a resurgence in Breloom. I think that might continue, but I'm not totally positive on that. How do you feel about Breloom? Do you think that we're going to continue seeing more Breloom up through and after Worlds? I mean,
I hope every Breloom user gets herpes. I hate Breloom. Breloom's like my least favorite Pokemon in the format. Again, it's probably because one of those things I can't use, and I just find it annoying as hell, which is part of the reason why I do run like safety goggles on every team.
yeah.
Like right now, like I'm praying that I can get like safety goggles on like a Mega.
Just safety goggles, Mega Tyranitar.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
no, like we talked about my team, and like I'm like the only thing I don't like about it is like I only have one grass Pokemon, which everybody knows you love grass.
Yeah. My favorite defensive typing, the only better defensive typing after grass is you know, ice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, I have one grass type in my team just because I firmly hate things like what's that little gastrodon thing called? Gastrodon? Yeah,
Yeah.
that I hate that with a
What's
passion.
that gastrodon thing called? Is it
Yeah,
is it gastrodon?
yeah. Because if you remember, like the first time, like I made like a rally up into like the 1800s,
Yeah.
I've met a surge of gastrodons, and I was
Those
like,
were, God, that was back. That was in the spring.
yeah. And then again, I went to a team with no grass move at all into a PC
Hmm.
because Abel says grass is a bad typing.
Listen, it's a bad defensive typing.
I just shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. So I go into this, and then what's the first match? What do I run into, Avos?
Is it a gastrodon?
Yeah, I go 2-2 in the event. Fine. I got Molly. I got beat down by a toxic stalling Cresselia that day too, and I went 2-2. Fine, I can deal with that. I smile, I nod.
God, were you salty? How salty were you that day?
Oh my god, I think I raged, completely raged. I was sitting there like, I'm just gonna go home. I'm 1-2 right now. I'm going home. Then the last match, I ran into like a dude with a Rhyperior and a mega freaking like some crap or another. It wasn't very impressive at all. I just felt bad for him. I beat him 4-0.
So,
Wait,
FSU fan, I want to mention he's talking about running a Calm Mind Audino. What would be a good support for that? I would almost, if you're going to run an offensive Audino, I would potentially consider looking into the VGC 14 standard core, which had Fairy Steel Dragon. Fairy Steel Dragon cores were super popular in 2014, and I think that if you went back to a Fairy Steel Dragon core, you might do okay with something like Audino.
yeah, because I'm running literally fire, water, grass, and dragon, fairy, steel on my team, and that only takes up 4 Pokemon. That's the greatest part of it.
I've got both cores, and
Yeah,
I've
really.
got room to wiggle.
Oh, that's serious because that literally takes up 4 Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
makes me so happy. Because like I really wanted like something to do with like I wanted a helping hand Pokemon and I couldn't
Mhm.
work that in there, but that would have been great.
All right, so I think to wrap up on our world's prediction-y stuff, let's talk about one Pokemon each that we really don't want to see, but we know that we're going to see so much of, and it's going to be really boring. I think for the sake of entertainment, we don't talk about Double Genies or Heatran
Or Kang.
or Kang. So outside of Kang, Heatran, or the Genies, what do you think that we're going to be inundated with that you're just going to be sick of by the end of?
Honestly, like if it happens,
Mhm.
I'm gonna get so sick of like Follow Me Clefairy or Clefable.
Or Togekiss. So basically follow me in general.
No, Follow Me doesn't bother me. It's those 2 Pokemon. It's not even Togekiss. Togekiss, you can just rock slide it away.
Uh,
Clefairy and Clefable are just annoying as hell.
hmm
Especially if they're like going to be running like not it's like a 252 HP and spread in both defenses.
Yeah.
It's going to be irritating, and those things are just going to stay there, and they're just going to stay there.
hmm
And especially the little friend guard one, that's going to be the worst. I hate it. I know how to counter it. I can beat it. Like any
Yeah.
team I bring, it's able to be beaten, and I'm fine with that. Just don't. It's not something that's fun. I don't find it fun for the meta. I don't think it's healthy for the meta.
Yeah. For me, I think the biggest frustration is Aegislash. And not necessarily that it's a difficult Pokemon to deal with. It's not fun for me to watch. Um, I don't. I feel like Aegislash has been played out, and I'd like to see it start declining again, because you've got a lot of ground types, you've got a lot of sucker punches out there. I know that a lot of people are really enjoying using Special Aegislash, but I'd like to see some more variety in Aegislash. I'd like to see some more physical Aegislash coming out and about again. I know there's a lot of Intimidate, but Intimidate is starting to... It feels like it's cutting down because this is a very special heavy meta now, where VGC 14 was a heavily physical meta. VGC 15 started as a very physical meta game, but we are starting to see a lot of push toward special attacking teams. I mean, you look at the Heatran-based teams, you look at the Charizard-based teams, Germany won on Venusaur-based teams. You've got Gardevoir hanging out, Sylveon is out, Landorus, instead of being Lando T, is Lando I, and we saw that work out really well for Aaron Zhang.
And you're gonna see Lando Eyes with freaking HP Ice, like with no investment, because that still does damage because it's still 90 special attack or 100 something special attack. So it's kind of like we're seeing a lot of craziness.
I would like to see Aegislash either fade out a little bit, or I'd like to see physical Aegislash start to come back, because I liked physical Aegislash. I thought it was fun, but
Swagger.
Yeah, Swagger was the most fun about Aegislash. Blade form confused damage was amazing, but I'm so annoyed with Aegislash. It feels like it's on every team, and it's not that much fun. Because you can almost, especially at the lower levels, all it does is alternate. I'm going to attack here. I'm going to defend here. I'm going to attack here. I'm going to defend here. I'm going to attack here. Defend, attack. Blade, shield. Blade, shield. And it gets so predictable and so monotonous. And I don't know if that's just that people need to play better with Aegislash. People need to take more risks with Aegislash. But
then when you have when I played with Aegislash before, I realized people never attacked it. They never attacked it unless it was spread damage. So I just stay there out there in shield and sword form, and I just be like, all right, cool, let's go. Until I realized oh, maybe I should go ahead and get a wide guard on this thing.
And wide guard's a good move. I like Aegislash in that kind of pseudo supporting role. But
you know what I think would be awesome, because it brings so much pressure to every and any match it is. And this is the ultimate mind fuck out of all the Pokemon right now. It's Greninja, because that has the biggest freaking move pool. Because A, it's fast. I get it, it's frail.
Yeah.
But Life Orb plus whatever attack on anything that's going to be super effective on, it's bringing so much pressure, and that's going to be entertaining to watch. If somebody's actually able to use that and do something with it, it's going to do work.
Yeah. No, Greninja would be fun to see. But I don't know if we're going to see Greninja. I don't think that's going to happen.
We saw it in Worlds. I mean, Nationals.
Yeah.
We saw quite a few, and by decent players too, dudes that won regionals. So I know the boy Sweeper, he won I think it was Utah and one of the Cali ones. He ran Greninja for Nationals, just because he just wanted more offensive pressure.
I think these for Alligator. Sorry, I just pulled back up the PGL website, and for Alligator, and it says top 10 Pokemon used on the same team as this Pokemon. Gardevoir, Reuniclus, Braviary, Cresselia, Sylveon, Conkeldurr, Heatran. That sounds like most people are using it under Trick Room instead of trying to set up a Dragon Dance. And then there's Crobat at number 2, so you're setting up Tailwind. But with Gardevoir, Reuniclus, and Banette, and Cresselia, those 4 Pokemon all know Trick Room.
I feel like if you were to Swords Dance instead of Dragon Dance,
which is Dragon Dance is 36% and Swords Dance is 26%, so it's a 10% difference.
I think it'll be hella funny though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, as slow as he is, it doesn't surprised me that they're putting him on Trick Room teams with Life Orb and trying to get it to work. I do kind of like Bayonet being in there. It's got a really high physical attack. And Crobat under Tailwind is kind of interesting, but I don't know. All right, with that, let's see. We got one person in our call thing, so let me see if I can add him in. I'm not doing great over here. I'm a terrible host, and I'm okay with it.
Plus we don't got a box for the
We
viewer.
don't, but that's
So-
okay. Add people to this call. We're gonna add. Oh god. Do I just suck? I think so.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep. Let's see. Oh god.
Oh
I don't
God.
know which one. Why won't it?
You're terrible.
I am terrible.
Worst streamer of all time.
I know. Awful. I need to... Why is... That's so dumb.
What?
It's like... How do you have the same username? That's so dumb. Nope, that's Jake.mealy1. Okay, no, I think it's this one. I think I got it. We'll give him a call. We'll see if this works out. Yeah, no, we're good. Sweet. Now I become the world's worst streamer. Let me give you a call. Add people. Can I add him to this call? I don't know.
Should be able to.
Oh, sweet. Got him. Nailed it. Add to call.
Hey.
Now that I've screwed up the entire thing.
Oh god, you got me!
Yay!
Hi.
Alright, so, welcome. What is your question? What do you want to talk about?
I don't really know. I just wanted to talk. Hi.
Brilliant. I love it. Alright, well, quickly,
Uh-huh.
come up with something related to competitive Pokemon.
Okay.
What do you like to play? Do you like to play VGC, OU, UU, Randoms, Battle Factory?
Later.
Randoms.
Randoms?
Yeah.
Alright, well, in Randoms, what sort of issues are you running into, and what do you want to talk about with Randoms?
Well, I'm running into a lot of Meowstick.
Meowstick.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the Randoms metagame's a little tough.
Yeah.
Just because you can't really prepare for it ahead of time. So what sort of things are you running into with Meowstick that you're struggling to
Prankster.
deal with? Prankster? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Meowstick generally is going to have Prankster.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, it is. How do I beat that?
KO it quickly.
Okay.
Will, what do you think about Prankster Meowstick?
Kill it with fire.
Kill it with
No.
fire. Okay.
Knock off, dude. Just knock it off, or what's the other one? Or taunt works. Thunderwave that cripples it sometimes. Any dark move, or actually anything physical that hits hard, yeah, that fucks it up pretty well.
Okay.
That's about it. It's kind of a
Ghost
garbage
moves.
Pokemon.
Shadow Ball usually works out pretty well. So what kind of moves are those Meowsticks usually running?
There's Thunderwave, Psychic, Calm Mind, and Taunt.
All right, not bad. I'm gonna open up a random battle real quick. I'm gonna get in, and we're just gonna go ahead and look for a battle.
Hopefully it has Meowstick.
Yeah, we'll see.
If not, I mean... ugh.
Random battles, the most
Yeah.
competitive of all metagames. You know
It
it.
is. Wait, are you talking about random on like Showdown or
Yeah.
random like on the?
Yeah.
Random on Showdown. So
Man, I've never seen one of those. I've seen like the most like
I have.
bizarre crap ever on Showdown, but
Connection to ladder failed. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. So what else? What else on your competitive agenda?
I don't know.
Are
I
you
don't
excited?
really play
Are you excited for
View
Worlds?
competitive. So
Are you excited
really-
for Worlds?
yes, I am. I would like to watch it on Twitch. So
Yeah? Well, it should be broadcast on the Pokemon Twitch channel. Right now I'm currently searching for a random battle, so I just want to let everybody know. Nope. Pokemon Showdown is currently not. It's broken. It's just
Oh,
yeah,
rip.
it's been broken.
It's broken. So I can't get a random battle up. Who would you like to win VGC Worlds?
who would I like to win VGC Worlds?
Who would you like to see win VGC Worlds?
I would like to see Suicune win.
Okay. Do you have a player that you would like to see win? Do you have a favorite player?
No, I don't have a favorite player.
Oh, man. You are dropping the ball on this call-in.
Yeah, I am.
Next thing you're gonna tell me is that you got the stream open while you're calling in, and then you're just gonna start like hearing yourself talk while talking.
No, I'm good with this. I muted the stream.
There you go. You got that part. Good job. I'm proud of you. I am proud of you.
Attaboy.
So other than randoms, what else do you play with Pokemon? Are you a Gen 1er? Have you done Gen 1 randoms?
No, I have not.
What? Oh my
Show me
god.
what Gen 1 randoms look like.
Gen
Please.
1 random battle. All right, so you go to the format, right?
Uh-huh.
And then all the way in the bottom right-hand corner, Gen 1 random battle. You use only Gen 1 pokes, and
Oh.
it's amazing. I mean,
Yeah, it has like
150
Hyper
of them.
Beam. Everything has Hyper Beam.
Everything has Hyper Beam. There we go.
jeez.
Here is Gen 1 random battle. I'm going to go ahead and mute all the sounds. Apparently, I've got Showdown open in more than one place.
Yeah.
Page. So right now, I have a level 96 Seal against a level 96 Spearow.
OG.
Yeah. And it's all Gen 1 graphics. It's fantastic. I love it. Muck just took a lot of damage from Blizzard, which is silly because we all know that Blizzard never hit in Gen 1. That's not a
Yeah.
thing that ever happened. So yeah, if you are struggling with random battles, I would suggest going over to go play Gen 1 random battles. I think oh shit.
Okay.
Explosion. That guy just got me pretty good. Got him, coach. Anyway, so I hope that's helped you out, caller. Thanks for calling
Okay,
in.
thank you.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
So now we're just playing Gen 1 randoms on stream.
Attaboy.
Congratulations.
Attaboy.
Okay, so now I have an Executor, which has Sleep Powder, Stun Spore, Hyper Beam, and Explosion. Great. So anyway, I think that should probably do it, unless we've got some more call-ins. If anybody else would like to call in, call in. Nightbot, call us in. If you would like to call in, I'll give you until about the end of this battle, and then you can call in if you would like. I do want to thank Jake for calling in there. Thank you so much for giving us a call. Oh, shit. No.
Congratulations being our first caller, by all means.
Absolutely. That was our first caller. Last week we didn't have enough viewers, unfortunately. I mean, first time in the podcast, you can't really expect too much. We're going to go ahead and surf this Marowak. I know that his special defense isn't great, even here, so we shouldn't have to worry about it. Will, do you have any final thoughts in prep for Worlds?
Nah, man. I'm just saying. Next week, I'm gonna be extremely excited because I'm gonna be at Worlds, watching Worlds, playing at the Boston Open. Hopefully, doing pretty damn good.
I hope so too.
I I want to do good, and I'm excited because I get to see people like I've like enjoyed watching on YouTube, like Magnitude, Shady Penguin, and stuff like that. Maybe I get to stop Jay Flynn on the foot or something. Maybe break his foot.
Just walk in, stomp on his foot, even though he's been having health issues for the last year.
Yeah. Cause fuck that guy. Nah, I'm kidding. He's a good guy. Probably, maybe.
Jay Flynn's a pretty awesome guy.
He seems nice. I just don't like. Let's go shiny hunting, guys. Yeah.
What do you mean shiny hunting's not fun? Come on now. Everybody loves to shiny hunt.
I don't know. I get to see people I haven't seen in a while, and I get to go up to Boston with my boys from Delaware.
There you go.
Because that's not going to be an 8-hour drive at all.
Oh my god, I still can't believe that you're driving 8 hours to get.
I'm not driving anywhere, so that works out for me. They're actually coming up here to pick me up because
Yeah.
Delaware's on the way, so it works out really well.
Jesus.
It's just, dude, that's so freaking exhausting. Like,
How does Omastar not have a? Did Omastar not get a rock move Gen 1? Oh, it's rest. Jesus. Oh my god. So on Friday, are you actually going to be able to go? Are you going into Worlds? Oh, Judgment forfeit. We win.
No, I'm leaving Friday night at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m.
Yeah.
So I will not see you. I'll be able to watch Worlds on Friday.
Right.
Like, as soon as I get out of work. So
you're going to be streaming it on your phone, plugged into the charger permanently, and just like watching.
No, because remember, I'm leaving at 10:30 at night.
Oh yeah.
So I'll probably be
You're
like
at work. You're going to be at work, like listening to it.
If I get internet connection there, yeah. Then otherwise, no. No, I'll be out by 2:00. So I think it doesn't start till like noonish anyway. So I'll be missing like an hour or two.
Yeah.
Or I could be that nerdy and be like, "Hey, look, I'm already on overtime, so you can either pay me or let me go home and watch Pokemon."
That's fantastic. That is amazing.
And that's something I would do.
All right. Will, promote yourself.
I'm King Will. Hit me up on Twitter. Follow me. Donate to me for my capture card on Ava's thing, like right there.
Yep.
There.
I don't. It's right below. If you guys are
Right
on,
there.
if you guys are on the Twitch watching live, you can donate to. There's a donate button down there. It's below the stream. Any of the proceeds from the donate button are currently going toward Will's new 3DS capture card. So,
Shit, I'll take a used capture card.
no, he'll take a used new 3DS capture card. It doesn't really matter to him, but we're currently going for Will to get a capture card, and that's where everything's going for that.
Yeah, and on top of that, it helps out because all the regionals and everything I go to, we could just put it up online and people can see what the hell's going on and get a fresh perspective upon shit.
And Will's a little crazy, about as crazy as I am as far as the move pools go and everything else. So you can see his Twitter handle right below his beautiful beard, @KingWill53. There's a couple underscores in there. So as far as me, I am DKG's Avos. You can find me on basically everything at Avos5, youtube.com/Avos5, where this podcast will be uploaded as the recording. We've got twitch.tv/Avos5, which is where you'd find it if you're watching it live. You've got SoundCloud/Avos5, which is where this goes as the audio-only part of the podcast. Twitter.com/Avos5. Man. Basically, just Google Avos5, AVOS, and the number 5. If you Google that, you should be able to find just about everything that's related to me, except for the Roblox account. I assure you that I was not responsible for the Roblox account. But if we all click Roblox Avos5, we can get that up to number 1 and make it seem like that's me. So, with that, I'm going to check the call-in form one more time. It looks like we've gotten everybody. Have a good time, everybody. I should get this uploaded as the podcast stuff over the next couple days. There might be a stream for Worlds, but there will not be a podcast for Worlds, I don't think, mostly because I don't want to be recording a podcast while Worlds is going on, because I want to watch Worlds. So, with that, have a great time, everybody. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching the Entry Hazard podcast. I don't have a closer for this.
We need one.
We need an opener and a closer, and I also need to work on my terrible boxing of Skype. So these are known issues.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
I mean,
right, cool.
we're still live, but
Oh.
oh my god.
So, are we battling? Are we team building? Are we doing something now?
Oh my god. Skype, no.